Test, test. Is this going to work? I don't see my face. Blah, blah, blah. Hi, we're going to talk about adjectives. This is going to be a typical lesson that I would give using online learning. It's very important to use video so that you can work together to have a different way to communicate. I like to do it using these Jamboards because it is interactive. I send them the Jamboard. They're able to work on it with me right there. So this is the typical one that I would do. First, I would have a beginning. It talks about what is an adjective. Right here, I have a YouTube video that I would show first. I like to have multiple modalities, so I always have to have a video first, and then an explanation, and then an activity, and then a visual. So I like to do different, a variety of modalities that we use because I'm a SPED teacher and it's very important to show the information in different ways. So first I have what is an adjective. An adjective is a word that describes a noun or pronoun. The next thing I would move is, since they have this, eventually you'll see these Jamboard screens they'll be able to work on as well. Then I'll talk about how there's different ways to describe a word. You can describe a noun, you can do it by color, you can do it by size, texture, shape. So we would just give examples of that. Next, I would work on this, and it is give 3 describing words for each animal. So I've taught my students to use these sticky notes. So if we're talking about this alligator here, he has to come up with 3 words to describe it. So in this, he will write black, scary, and rough. Because we're talking about the texture, talking about maybe the way they behave as well. So then they take this one and they tape it on. So maybe for this, for the dolphin, they would write smooth, friendly, and cute. So then that way we would be working together and I'd see what they do. Then I have this page where they need to talk about describing the houses. I want them to describe the size, the shape, the style, the location, or the color. So same thing using sticky notes is just another practice. The first one was we would do together. This one I want them to do on their own. So they might say this first house is narrow, tall, modern. So here we are talking about each of the different houses. And then next, I want to have them practice. So I have these sentences here, and in them they're going to be using the pen, and they're going to be underlining the adjectives. So the house is light, airy, and large. And then I want them to circle the noun that it describes. And they'd be doing this on their side, so I don't have to do it for them. And then haunted, which describes house, and broken, which describes door. And then they're going to continue on this for the rest of the lesson. And then finally, we're going to have we're going to review again the different types of adjectives, the different aspects that you can describe: color, and give examples, size, and read through the examples, texture, read through examples. And now we have a review or an exit ticket, and I want them to draw a line to match each question with its answer. So what is an adjective? An adjective is a describing word. It describes a noun and the listings, aspects that can be described. And that's size, shape, and color. So this is a culminating finished activity to make sure we review together if they understand what an adjective was.